Did you know that just one bowl of salt placed correctly in your bedroom can act like a Feng Shui protective charm, absorbing negative energy while opening up the flow of prosperity for your entire family? Hello and welcome to Harmony Teachings, your guide to applying traditional wisdom to modern life. In traditional Eastern Feng Shui, salt is not just a seasoning for food, it is also considered a powerful cleansing agent. Since ancient times, people have used salt in rituals to dispel negative spirits, draft away bad energy, and keep the energy flow in the home clean and clear. When you place salt correctly in your bedroom, it not only helps remove stagnant energy, but it also creates a new energy field, one that invites peace and prosperity. In this video, we are going to show you how to choose the right kind of salt, where exactly to place it in your bedroom, and why even the smallest details matter. Because in Feng Shui, a small change in your space can trigger a big shift in the energy and fortune of your whole family. And to begin this journey, we invite you to leave a simple affirmation in the comments below. Something like, "I am ready to purify my living space and welcome new blessings into my life." When you write it down, you are already sending your first signal for good energy to start flowing your way. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because in upcoming videos we will continue to share with you traditional Feng Shui tips, simple yet powerful, to help you transform your home into a space that nurtures wealth, health, and peace of mind. So why can just a pinch of salt make such a big difference? Behind that tiny crystal lies a power that humans have trusted for thousands of years. Salt is everywhere in our daily meals, in the oceans, and even woven into human history. In fact, there was a time when salt was so valuable it was used as currency. That is actually where the word salary comes from. It originates from solarum, which referred to payment given in salt. Just that one little detail shows how salt has always been linked to value and abundance. But what makes salt truly special is not just its economic value. From an energetic standpoint, salt acts as a natural absorber. It has the ability to attract, hold, and neutralize heavy, stagnant vibrations in a space. Think of it as an invisible air purifier for energy, quietly cleaning the atmosphere around you, making everything feel lighter and clearer. Modern science also confirms that everything is made up of energy, and all things vibrate at different frequencies. The home you live in, your physical body, even the money you earn, all carry their own unique energetic fingerprint. And according to the principle of resonance, also known as the law of attraction, similar energies attract each other. So when you use salt to purify, you are actually tuning the frequency of your own energy and the space around you. This opens the door for more positive vibrations to come in: clarity, calmness, and prosperity. Here is what you need to remember: salt is not magic. It will not create money out of thin air, and it will not magically fix your life. Salt is simply a tool. Its real power lies in how you use it with mindfulness, with clear intentions, and with the sincere desire to improve your energy. When you do that, salt becomes a bridge, helping you realign the energy flow both in your home and in your mind. Now that you understand the power of salt, let me guide you through a specific method how to place salt in your bedroom to cleanse the energy field and open up the flow of prosperity. First, let's prepare the sacred space. Before performing the ritual, the very first thing to do is tidy up your room. Maybe you have gotten used to the mess: clothes hanging over a chair, papers scattered across your nightstand, or random items you have not figured out where to put yet. But in Feng Shui, clutter is like a knot in the flow of energy. It blocks natural circulation, creating a heavy and stagnant atmosphere. When you clean and organize your space, you are not just clearing what the eyes can see, you are also clearing the invisible energy that surrounds you. The second thing is to minimize the use of electronic devices in your bedroom. Computers, televisions, and especially Wi-Fi routers, all of them generate strong electromagnetic fields. You may not notice it, but these frequencies disrupt your sleep and make it harder for your mind to fully relax. The bedroom is meant to be a place where your energy gets restored. But if you turn it into your second office with a laptop open 24/7, do not be surprised if you wake up still feeling exhausted. Salt may be able to absorb bad energy, but even it cannot compete with Wi-5 waves right next to your pillow. So before starting the ritual, turn off or move these devices out of the room to allow the energy to settle and become peaceful. Next, let us talk about the bed position. In Feng Shui, placing your bed directly in line with the door is called the coffin position. It sounds dramatic, but the meaning is quite practical. When you sleep with your feet pointing toward the door, the energy entering the room flows straight through your body and right back out. It is like lying directly in the path of a current. Positive energy does not get the chance to stay. As a result, your sleep can become disturbed and your body may not fully absorb the nourishing energy it needs. So if possible, reposition your bed or create a light partition to separate the bed from the energy flowing in through the door. Just one small adjustment can make a big difference. Finally, a detail that often gets overlooked: the trash bin in your bedroom. Not everyone keeps a trash can in their resting space, but if you do, make sure it always has a close. Trash is a symbol of old and excess energy. When the lid is left open, it becomes like a little doorway through which stagnation spreads across the room. Simply keeping it covered is enough to prevent negative energy from creeping silently into your sleep. The space is now ready and the energy is open. Now it is time to move into the most important part: how to perform the salt ritual to awaken prosperity in your room. Step number 1: gather your sacred materials. To begin this ritual, you only need 3 simple things: a clean glass cup, 3¼ of a cup of purified water, and 3 heaping tablespoons of salt. It might sound basic, but in Feng Shui, simplicity often carries the greatest power. And every detail, no matter how small, holds a deeper meaning. Let us start with the glass. Why does it have to be glass? Because clear glass allows light and energy to flow naturally. When you look through a glass of water, light also passes through. In Feng Shui, clarity and transparency represent openness and understanding. A clear glass symbolizes a space that is open and unblocked, a place where positive energy can move freely. On the other hand, if you use a plastic or metal cup, the energy may be blocked or altered. So this glass is not just a container, it is also a reminder to receive new energy. You must be transparent and open. Next is the water. Water represents life, movement, and in Feng Shui, it is closely tied to wealth and prosperity. When you pour water into the glass, you are inviting that flow into your room. But why only fill it 3¼ full? Because balance is always more important than fullness. A glass that is too full leaves no room for anything new, while one that is too empty lacks stability. 3¼ full is the perfect balance. It shows readiness and openness to new opportunities. Finally, the salt. 3 heaping tablespoons of salt symbolize harmony between heaven, earth, and humanity. Salt has long been known across many cultures as a natural purifier, capable of absorbing heavy, stagnant energy and cleansing the space. When you use 3 tablespoons, you are declaring your intention to restore balance in all 3 realms: the universe, your environment, and yourself. This number is not random. It is a statement, a commitment to harmony and prosperity. Step number 2: the clockwise stir of intention. Once your salt and water are ready, the next step is to bring the mixture to life. Pour the salt into the glass of water, then use a spoon to stir it clockwise for 3 minutes. It might seem like a simple movement, but in truth, this is how you blend your personal energy with the greater flow of the universe. Why clockwise? Because that is the natural direction of time, the sun, and the cycles of life. Every turn of the spoon aligns you with the rhythm of the cosmos. Stirring in the opposite direction could create chaos in the energy, like trying to swim upstream. But when you stir clockwise, you are moving with the current, allowing energy to align and become stronger. During these 3 minutes, the most important thing is not how fast you stir, it is your mindset. Do not stir carelessly. Let each motion become a breath, each turn of your hand a rhythm that connects you to the energy moving around you. This is the moment where a simple action becomes a meditative experience. And while you stir, repeat a positive affirmation. For example, this salt purifies and brings new light into my living space. You can choose any phrase that reflects your wish and intention. Some people say, I open the door to prosperity. Others might choose, new energy is nurturing me every day. The exact words do not matter. What matters is that you speak with full presence and emotion. Step number 3, the perfect placement. Once you have stirred and infused your intentions into the glass of salt water, the next step is to choose where to place it. This is not just a minor detail, it is a key factor in allowing the salt to do its work. Place the glass on your nightstand as close to where you sleep as possible. Why this location? Because during sleep your conscious mind rests, but your subconscious remains open and absorbs all the energy in your surroundings. With the salt water nearby, it acts as a silent gatekeeper, continuously absorbing heavy vibrations and keeping the space around you light and pure. Whatever you do, do not place it under the bed. Many people think that hiding it there is safer or more convenient, but from a Feng Shui perspective, it is the opposite. The area under the bed is where energy often becomes stagnant, heavy, and blocked. Putting the salt there is like assigning it an impossible task, trying to absorb negative energy from a space that is already stuck. Not only will it be less effective, but the positive energy may also struggle to reach the rest of the room. When the salt water glass is placed right next to your bed, it does more than purify the air. It creates an invisible layer of protection around you. Think of it like a filter. Every breath you take at night feels a little lighter, a little purer, because the heavy energy is being absorbed by the salt. Interestingly, many people who have tried this practice have reported their sleep changed dramatically within just a few days. They reported deeper sleep, fewer random dreams, and waking up in the morning feeling refreshed and clear-headed. Some even said that the room felt easier to breathe in, as if the air became cleaner in a way they could not explain. That is the quiet yet powerful effect of placing salt in the right location. And here is another little detail. When the salt water glass sits on your nightstand, you see it every night before sleep and every morning when you wake up. That becomes a gentle reminder that you are actively cleansing your energy every day. That small presence turns into a habit, and that habit gradually changes how you feel about your room and even how you feel about your life. Step number 4, observe and renew. Placing the salt water glass by your bed is not the end of the process. Every morning after you wake up, take a few seconds to observe the glass. This simple act holds a lot of meaning because it shows you how the salt is actually working in your space. If you notice the water has turned cloudy, that is a clear sign the salt is absorbing negative energy in the room. The cloudiness does not mean you did something wrong. Quite the opposite, it is proof that the method is working. In that case, replace the glass immediately. Do not hold on to it or let it sit too long. Once the salt water is saturated with bad energy, it can no longer purify the space effectively. On the other hand, if the water remains clear, that means the cleansing process is happening smoothly and gently. Still, no matter how clear the water looks, you should not leave it there too long. Ideally, change it every 3 days to keep the energy fresh and flowing. Replacing the salt water is like opening the window to let fresh air into your home. It must be done regularly to keep the atmosphere clean. Do not treat this as just a routine task. Look at the glass each morning as a way of connecting with your living space. A cloudy glass reminds you that negative energy is always around, but it also reminds you that you have the power to cleanse and reset. A clear glass, in turn, reminds you of the peace that surrounds you and the importance of maintaining this habit to nurture positive energy. Salt does more than just cleanse the energy in your bedroom. It can also accompany you throughout your daily life, protecting your personal energy in places you would never expect. Let me show you a few interesting ways to use it. Number 1A, shield for your steps. Your feet are the energetic foundation of your body. Every day, we move through all kinds of environments, workplaces, grocery stores, sidewalks, crowded areas, and even places with chaotic or mixed energy fields. With every step, we pick up energetic imprints from those surroundings. And not all of that energy is light or positive. Over time, these heavy vibrations cling to you and follow you home, affecting your mood and the energetic balance of your space. Salt is a simple way to clear that energy right from the root. Just sprinkle a small pinch of salt into your shoes, moving your hand in a clockwise motion. The salt will quietly work like an energetic shield, absorbing the heaviness and stagnation your feet have picked up throughout the day. This not only prevents that energy from entering your home, but also helps each step you take feel lighter and more refreshed. You do not need to use much. Just a small amount is enough for salt to do its job. At the end of the day, when you take your shoes off, dump the salt out along with all the old energy it has absorbed. If you like, you can sprinkle fresh salt into your shoes the next morning as a way to energetically prepare yourself for the day ahead. In Feng Shui, the feet are seen as the direct connection to the earth, the very first gateway through which energy enters the body. When your feet are energetically clean, your whole body can feel more balanced. So sprinkling salt into your shoes is not just a little life hack, it is a subtle yet powerful ritual to care for your personal energy foundation. Just imagine every step you take is cleansed, no longer weighed down by the energetic residue of the places you have been. When your feet are energetically clean, you will feel a shift in your entire rhythm, more grounded, more peaceful, and always surrounded by a quiet, invisible layer of protection. Number 2, releasing the burdens from your back. If your feet are the foundation of your energy system, then your back is the central support column, the place where energy tends to accumulate and get stuck. So after taking care of your feet, do not forget to care for your back. Think about it. After a long day, you often feel tension in your shoulders, pressure in your lower back, or aches along your spine. This is not just physical fatigue, it is also your body's way of telling you that your internal energy is blocked. And the back is one of the places most prone to energetic congestion. Salt can be a simple but powerful tool to release that buildup. All you need is a pinch of pure white salt. Gently sprinkle it down the length of your back from the top down. If you have someone to help, even better. But even if you do it on your own, just letting the salt touch your skin is enough to begin breaking up heavy energy. Why does salt work? Because it naturally absorbs and neutralizes. When it touches your body, it acts like a tiny magnet, drawing out the stagnation and stress that has accumulated during the day. Imagine how you feel when you step into the ocean. The salt water wraps around you and melts away tension. Sprinkling salt on your back brings a similar feeling, just in the comfort of your own home. Afterward, let it sit for a few minutes. Then take a shower. As the salt rinses off, visualize all your worry, stress, and fatigue washing away with it. This is not just physical cleansing, it is a spiritual ritual, a way to detox your energy. If you do this a few times a week, you will begin to notice a real shift. Your back will feel lighter, your sleep will be deeper, and your mind will be more at ease. Once your spine is cleared, energy can flow freely throughout your entire body, helping you feel balanced, alive, and full of vitality. As you can see, even a small pinch of salt can make a big difference for both your body and your space. But for salt to truly reach its full potential, there is one important principle you must remember. In Feng Shui, less but placed correctly is far more powerful than more but scattered. Many people, after learning about salt's cleansing power, tend to place it all over the house, hoping the effect will multiply. But in reality, the opposite happens. When you spread it too thin, the energy becomes scattered. The focus is lost, and the salt can no longer do what it is meant to do. Think of salt like a single candle in a dark room. If placed in the right spot, one candle can light up the entire space. But if you divide that light into tiny, scattered flames, the brightness fades and no place is truly illuminated. Salt works the same way. When placed mindfully, it focuses its energy to draw in negativity and return freshness and clarity to your space. The key is not quantity, but consistency and intention. Just one spot, one glass of salt water changed regularly, is enough to create a powerful shift. Once the energy at that point becomes clean, it naturally radiates and influences the rest of your living environment. So do not rush and scatter salt everywhere. Feng Shui is not a race for quantity, it is an art of simplicity and balance. Start with the space that matters most to you so that salt can work effectively, and you will feel the difference for yourself. One small glass of salt water, when placed intentionally and with awareness, becomes a bridge connecting you with the flow of abundance. It is not magic, and it is not a superstition. It is simply resonance. The salt absorbs the heavy vibrations, and you open space to welcome in something new. From there, your home becomes fresher, your sleep becomes deeper, and your mind is nourished with a new sense of balance. Remember, Feng Shui is not about complexity, it is about simplicity with purpose. With just one glass of salt and a small but regular habit, you are already rewriting the energy story of your living space. And now, we want to hear from you. Leave a comment with your own affirmation. Something like, "I choose to cleanse my energy and welcome new prosperity." When you write it down, you are not just sharing it with us, you are planting a seed of positive energy for your own journey. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss the practical Feng Shui tips we will be sharing in future videos. We truly believe that every small step you take today becomes the foundation for a powerful flow of peace, abundance, and vitality in your life tomorrow.